That was a very nice introduction. Bill was very nervous about it, so I gave him specific instructions that he did not follow. I wrote them down for him. Bill mentioned I am a licensed driver. Didn't hear that. You should all be so lucky as to have a best friend like Bill Mello. He has a black belt in Kung Fu now. So he's not just Bill, my friend, he's Bill Mello, my bodyguard. On Friday, Bill and I walked up Thompson Avenue to school, just as we had done many years ago. The first three people we ran into on the way said, "I remember you. My dad knows you. And I know who you are." Which is pretty amazing, considering I haven't lived in Ohio for 32 years. So, I am very thankful to this community for this award. I'm thankful to my parents, the Middlefield United Methodist Church, my sister Connie, my brother John, who nominated me for the Hall of Fame. I share this great honor with them. I am honored to be inducted with my classmate Steffi Trebus. She was happy to be in the front row on the field picture yesterday. Some years ago, she was very self-conscious about being the tallest one in a National Honor Society photo, so I did this. I am very grateful for the excellent general education I received at Cardinal. I actually remember and apply things I learned 40 years ago. Hey kids, newsflash, the teachers are on your side. I'm going to talk about 4 things I learned at Cardinal, which were extracurricular, meaning outside the curriculum. But while I'm talking about the curriculum, I must say I'm thankful to my principals and my teachers, people like Bill Fisher, who was my 8th grade industrial arts instructor, and Dave Thomas, who directed me in 7 different stage productions. Yeah. Mr. Fisher, I still have the owl we carved from a block of wood. It is on my office desk, my first and only attempt at carving. I mean, if you master it on the first time, why do it again? Dave Thomas and I had a lot of fun together, doing shows. I'm a lot better singer now than I was then, but don't ask me to prove it. I learned a lot from Dave, and I use his techniques in plays I direct professionally. I have staged hundreds of musical numbers, even though I am a terrible dancer, to which Dave will attest. This brings me to the first extracurricular thing I learned at Cardinal. Just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean you can't do it. At least, I hope I'm right or I'm in a lot of trouble. I would be lost today if I had not been involved in instrumental music. At the end of the day, I would be very happy to be remembered as the kid who played the tuba in the marching band, which the band last night was top-notch at the game. Top-notch. Yvonne, I got to play the drums last night at the top of the 4th quarter, which I always wanted to do. It occurs to me, though I had attended many games at Cardinal, I hadn't watched much of any game. I looked at the kids in the band and realized I had probably spent much of the game talking, just like they had. Bill Mello and I jokingly subscribed to the belief that football was invented to give the band a rest. But as I was watching last night's game, which we won 34-7, and that one kid really climbed the ladder for the interception. That was great. I was impressed by the display of sportsmanship, by the very workmanlike way both teams play. I don't even think I saw 2 guys high-five once on the field to each other. Which leads me to the second extracurricular thing I learned at Cardinal. Don't celebrate until you have earned the right to celebrate, and celebrate responsibly. Now, Steffi and Bill Mello and I had a senior class register. The votes were tabulated for best this and worst that. I was not voted smartest or funniest. I nominated myself for most handsome, but that was shot down. My classmates voted me craziest. Me, who didn't drink or smoke or swear and who got good grades. I was the craziest. So the third thing I learned, taught by my classmates, was think outside the box, or don't judge a book by its cover. Oh, incidentally, if you want to scare a group of young actors into shape real fast, shout, "I'm the craziest person here!" and throw a chair across the room. It works. Speaking of acting, I've got to do a fair amount of it professionally, though I've basically been playing the same guy since I was 17 years old, and I'm starting to get good at it. One time, I had an audition for a TV show. I memorized the lines and was ready to go, but then the casting director told me the script had changed. I was unhappy the lines were changed, but then I saw them coming across the fax machine, and I saw a line that no one in the world could deliver as well as me. If I could memorize the one line, I would be hired. The line was, two celestial bodies of equal mass sharing a single gravitational field will exhibit identical rotational properties as long as their inertial integrity is maintained. That's my parlor trick. So, here's number 4. Either by design or accident, I learned how to show up prepared, or at least I tried.